The third week of January 2025 is no ordinary moment in time. You didn't find this message by accident. This is your wake-up call, a warning meant to reach you before it's too late. Do you feel it? That strange pull in the air, like the universe itself is trying to get your attention. That's because something monumental is unfolding, a shift that could redefine everything you thought you knew. This week carries a rare and powerful energy, one that won't wait for hesitation or doubt. Decisions made now will ripple far beyond today, shaping not just your future, but the lives around you. Before tomorrow arrives, you need to understand what's coming and how to prepare. Are you ready to take the first step? Because time is running out. This week, the cosmos itself is alive with a rare alignment, a celestial dance that hasn't occurred in years. The third week of January 2025 marks a powerful convergence of energy, as if the universe is holding its breath, waiting for you to take notice. Imagine the sky as a vast clock, its hands aligning perfectly to signal a moment of profound opportunity. This alignment symbolizes a bridge, a connection between the physical world and the unseen forces that shape our lives. It's more than just planets moving through space. It's a reminder that we too are in motion, caught in a constant flow of choices and possibilities. This energy doesn't simply pass us by. It weaves through us, pulling at our emotions, sparking ideas, and awakening a deeper awareness of our purpose. Right now, you may feel restless, uncertain, or even overwhelmed. That's no coincidence. This shift amplifies everything you carry within you: your hopes, your fears, your desires. It's a chance to face what you've been avoiding and align your actions with your true self. But why now? Because this is a crossroads. The decisions you make during this week will echo far into the future, shaping the path ahead. Will you rise to the occasion or let the moment slip away? Life often feels like a tide, doesn't it? One moment, you're standing steady, and the next, you're swept away by waves of uncertainty, regret, or even longing. If you're feeling restless right now, or like something inside you is stirring, but you can't quite name it, know this: you're not alone. The third week of January carries an unusual weight, and you might be feeling it more intensely than ever. Perhaps it's that lingering anxiety you can't shake, or the quiet voice inside you asking, "Is this all there is?" Maybe it's a nostalgia for the life you thought you'd be living by now. Whatever it is, don't dismiss it. That discomfort is trying to tell you something. When was the last time you paused and truly listened to yourself? Not the noise of your to-do lists or the expectations others place on you, but your true self. It's easy to lose sight of who you are when life pushes and pulls you in every direction. But in moments like this, when the universe seems to whisper your name, it's a call to reflect. Ask yourself, are you living the life you imagined? Do your habits bring you closer to joy, or are they keeping you stuck in place? How do the relationships in your life shape you? Do they build you up or quietly chip away at your spirit? Picture this. You're standing in the middle of a great forest. The paths ahead twist and turn, and you're unsure which one to take. But here's the thing. Each path represents a part of your life. There's the path of your career, the path of your relationships, the path of your health, and even the path of your dreams. Some are overgrown with doubt, while others are clear and inviting. Which one will you choose to walk today? You might feel as though time has slipped through your fingers, as though you've been wandering these paths without direction. But that's not entirely true. Every step you've taken has brought you to this moment, and this moment is all you need to begin again. Think about the habits you've carried with you. Are they rooted in fear or in faith? Perhaps you've been holding on to things that no longer serve you, patterns, relationships, or even thoughts that keep you anchored to a version of yourself you've outgrown. This is the week to let them go. Change doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. Sometimes it's as simple as deciding to wake up 10 minutes earlier to reflect, or choosing kindness when anger feels easier. Small shifts create ripples, and ripples build waves. Reflect on your relationships. Are you surrounded by people who see the light in you, who encourage your growth and challenge you to be better? Or have you been settling for connections that drain you? It's not selfish to protect your energy. In fact, it's one of the most profound acts of self-love you can offer yourself. Now, let's talk about the future. It's easy to see it as something distant, but the truth is, your future is created in every small decision you make today. It's in the words you choose to speak, the courage you summon to take action, and the way you treat yourself and others. What would it look like to fully embrace this moment? To stop hesitating and start living with intention. Imagine yourself a year from now, standing in a life you built with purpose. What would that feel like? Peaceful, fulfilling, joyful? Here's something to hold on to. The restlessness you feel isn't here to torment you. It's here to guide you. It's a sign that something greater is waiting for you if you're willing to reach for it. The universe isn't asking you to have it all figured out overnight. It's simply asking you to take one step. And if you've made it this far, it means you're ready. Ready to let go of the weight you've been carrying. Ready to step into a version of yourself that aligns with your dreams, and ready to trust that you're capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. This week isn't just another chapter. It's a turning point. Take the time to reflect, to listen to that quiet voice within you, and to honor what it's telling you. Because once you embrace this moment, you'll never see your life the same way again. It's one thing to feel the energy shifting, to sense that you're standing on the edge of change, but it's another to know how to move forward. The universe doesn't just give us signs for the sake of it. It's inviting us to act, to take charge of our journey with courage and clarity. If you're feeling the pull to do something, to shift, to grow, then this is your moment. Let's start small, but meaningful. The first step is to pause and connect with yourself. In a world so full of distractions, we often forget to listen to our own inner voice. Take a moment to journal or meditate. You don't need to have perfect words or a clear mind. Just start. Write down your thoughts, even if they seem messy. Let your emotions pour onto the page. Meditation doesn't have to mean sitting in silence for hours. It can be as simple as closing your eyes and taking 3 deep breaths, focusing on the air as it fills your lungs. Imagine that each breath is a thread, connecting you to something greater than yourself. Think of it like clearing out the static from an old radio. Once the noise quiets, you'll hear the signal more clearly. You'll start to understand what your heart is telling you, the truths you've been too busy or scared to face. The second step is perhaps the most liberating, letting go of what no longer serves you. This could be grudges you've carried for too long, habits that weigh you down, or even relationships that no longer feel aligned with who you're becoming. Picture these things as heavy stones in a backpack you've been carrying for years. Each one drags you down, slows your steps, and keeps you from moving freely. Now imagine taking one of those stones and tossing it into a river. Watch how the water ripples for a moment and then smooths out, carrying the weight away. You don't have to let go of everything all at once. Start with one thing. Forgive someone who hurt you, not for their sake, but for yours. Replace one toxic habit with something that nurtures your soul. Each small release creates space for something new to grow. The third step is about intention, setting a clear vision for the path ahead. The third week of January is the perfect time to do this, as the energy of the new year is still fresh, brimming with possibilities. But intentions aren't just wishes we make and forget about. They're seeds we plant in the fertile soil of our minds and hearts. To set an intention, start with a question. What do I truly want to create in my life? Be specific. If you want peace, what does that look like for you? Is it a calm morning routine? A healthier relationship with yourself? If you want success, define it. Is it about building something meaningful, helping others, or achieving a personal milestone? Write it down, speak it out loud, and let it resonate within you. Think of this process like steering a ship. Without a clear destination, you'll drift wherever the winds take you. But when you chart a course, every decision, every action becomes part of the journey toward that goal. These 3 steps, reflection, release, and intention, are your starting point. They're simple, but their impact can be profound. Each one aligns you with the energy of this week, helping you move forward with clarity and purpose. Now that you've begun the journey, reflecting, releasing, and setting intentions, it's time to take those steps further. This is where transformation begins to take shape, where the seeds you've planted start to grow. But remember, growth requires consistent nurturing. Let's explore how you can sustain this energy and use it to shape your path forward. The fourth step is about creating rituals that ground you. Life is unpredictable, and the energy around us can shift quickly, but having small daily rituals helps you stay centered. Think of these rituals as anchors, keeping you steady even in turbulent times. For some, this might mean starting the day with gratitude. Before you even leave your bed, take a moment to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. Sometimes the smallest things, like the warmth of sunlight or the sound of birds outside, can fill your heart. For others, a grounding ritual might involve ending the day with reflection. Write down one lesson you learned, one moment that made you smile, and one step you'll take tomorrow to stay aligned with your intentions. Rituals are powerful because they're reminders. They remind you of who you are, what you're working toward, and why it matters. Over time, they become part of your identity, making it easier to stay on course. The 5th step is about embracing action, even when fear creeps in. Fear has a way of paralyzing us, convincing us to stay in our comfort zones, but nothing transformative ever happens there. Think of fear as a shadow. It looms large, but it has no substance unless you give it power. Take one bold step this week, even if it scares you. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, starting that project you've been dreaming about, or simply saying no to something that doesn't serve you. Each time you face fear head-on, you reclaim a piece of your power. Action is like a spark in the dark. It lights the way forward, even if the path isn't fully clear. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for all the answers. Start where you are, with what you have. The universe rewards those who move with intention and courage. Finally, the 6th step is about connecting with others. We are not meant to walk this path alone. Often, the clarity and support we need come from the people we surround ourselves with. Seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who remind you of your potential. This doesn't mean you need a large circle. Sometimes, one meaningful connection is all it takes to shift your perspective. If you don't already have someone to turn to, consider reaching out to a mentor, joining a group of like-minded individuals, or even sharing your thoughts in spaces where you feel heard. And don't forget to give back. Sometimes the simplest way to feel connected is by offering kindness to others. A kind word, a listening ear, or a small gesture of generosity can create ripples of positivity, not just for them, but for you as well. With these steps, reflection, release, intention, grounding rituals, bold action, and connection, you create a foundation for transformation. Each one strengthens your alignment with the energy of this week, helping you navigate the crossroads with clarity and purpose. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each small step you take is a victory, each moment of courage, a triumph. The path ahead may not always be easy, but it is yours to walk, and every step will bring you closer to the life you're meant to live. This is the moment, the turning point. Can you feel it? The weight of possibility in the air, the energy of this rare cosmic event coursing through you. The third week of January 2025 isn't just another week. It's the moment that will define the course of your future. You are standing at the precipice of change, and you have the power to decide whether you leap or hesitate. Look at everything you've been through, the doubts, the fears, the days you felt stuck, wondering if change was even possible. But now, right now, the universe is shifting, and it's shifting for you. The energy around you is aligned with the deepest parts of your being, urging you to step into your power, to embrace the fullness of who you are. This isn't a coincidence. You are here because you've been chosen for this moment of transformation. The decisions you make today, how you choose to face your fears, how you choose to live with intention, will create the foundation for everything that comes next. This week is not just a chapter in your life. It's the turning point, the moment where you make the choice to rise, to move forward with clarity and confidence. So, what are you going to do with this? Will you let this moment slip through your fingers like the countless others before it? Or will you seize it, harness its power, and turn it into the catalyst that propels you into the life you've always dreamed of? The universe is asking for your courage now. It's time to step out of the shadows and into the light, to leave behind what no longer serves you and move toward the life that's waiting for you on the other side of fear. The path will not be easy. Transformation rarely is, but it's in the challenge, in the struggle, that we find our true strength. You have everything you need right now. You've been preparing for this moment your whole life. The strength, the wisdom, the resilience, it's all within you, waiting to be awakened. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something that might feel uncomfortable, but is necessary for your growth. Look at your life right now. Take stock of where you are, who you've become, and where you're going. This week, you're being handed a golden opportunity, a chance to step up and transform. But it requires action. Will you take that first step, no matter how small it seems? Will you commit to this journey of transformation, trusting that every step you take from here will carry you closer to the life you deserve? Will you rise above the doubts, the fears, the excuses, and declare to yourself and to the universe, I am ready for what's next. I am ready for transformation. The choice is yours. The path is before you. The energy of this moment is within you. But the question remains, will you take that first step, and will you make this week the turning point in your life that you've been waiting for? This is the challenge. This is the call to action. The universe is waiting. Will you answer? As we stand at the crossroads of this transformative moment, it's time to reflect on what has been shared with you today. The third week of January 2025 is not just a passage of time, it is a powerful invitation. The universe is speaking directly to you, urging you to step into your full potential, to transform your life in ways you may have never imagined. And the urgency of this moment cannot be overstated. Do you feel the weight of this truth? The energy is here now, pushing you towards something bigger, something more aligned with who you are meant to be. But it won't wait for you. This week, this cosmic alignment is a doorway. Once it passes, it may not return with the same intensity. This is the time to act. What you do today, how you choose to respond to the energy of this week, will shape your path forward. You have the power to change everything. But change requires courage. It requires action. It requires you to make the decision right now to move beyond what's comfortable and step into the unknown. The choice is yours. Will you leave behind the habits, the fears, the doubts that have held you back? Will you let go of grudges, toxic relationships, or self-imposed limitations? Will you release the old version of yourself and make space for the new? Or will you stay stuck in the same patterns, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes? I'm here to remind you that the perfect moment is now. The time to act is now. You don't need all the answers, you just need the courage to begin. Take the first step, however small, and trust that the universe will meet you halfway. So, I ask you, what will you carry forward into 2025? What will you leave behind? This is the question that matters most. This is the defining moment. Will you carry forward your dreams, your hopes, your courage to step into the unknown? Or will you continue to carry the weight of old wounds, old fears, and old patterns? The decision is yours. But know this, the universe is on your side, ready to support you as you make this shift. I encourage you to take a moment to reflect. Think about what's been holding you back. Think about the fears you've been avoiding, the habits you've been afraid to break, the goals you've been too hesitant to pursue. What is it that you need to release? And what do you need to embrace? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. I'd love to hear about your journey, your reflections, and your plans for transformation. What are you letting go of? What are you calling into your life as you step into 2025? You are not alone on this path. We are all seekers, walking this journey together, and your story could be the spark that inspires someone else to take their own first step. And if this message resonated with you, if you feel the pull of transformation deep in your soul, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Join our community of seekers, people who are committed to living with intention, to embracing their full potential, and to transforming their lives just as you are. Together, we'll continue this journey toward growth, empowerment, and cosmic alignment. As we move forward, I promise you that there is so much more to come. We will explore deeper aspects of transformation, share more insights into the universe's energy, and continue to dive into what it means to live a life of purpose and connection. So don't miss out on what's ahead. This is just the beginning. Thank you for being here. Your journey matters, and it's only just begun. Let's take this leap together. Remember, the power to change is within you, and now is the time to claim it. The universe is aligning with your potential, and the energy is ripe for transformation. Embrace this moment, for it could be the turning point that changes everything. Your journey is waiting. Take the first step now.